Okay, so this is going to be a very short Undecember video on how to play the game without Zodiac Sprinter because not everybody wants to spend what $20 on a 28-day subscription service that actually gives you a very important quality of life feature in the game. So we are going to skip that, and I'm going to show you how you can play the game very simply without requiring Zodiac Sprinter. All you need to do is go into your settings, then go to accessibility, and these are the settings you need to set up in order to not end up with a completely full inventory in the middle of a map. The first thing you want to do is set your item tier to 31. Make sure all grades are enabled. Why 31? Because Wheel of Fate requires at least T31 uniques in order to have a higher chance of getting trans uniques. For rare magic and normal grade gear, the only thing that'll actually drop is going to be T34. Anyway, once you're at the very late game mapping, if you are farming rare artifacts from the Golden Ring Boss, make sure to wait for all the drops, because when that unique artifact drops, you're not going to pick it up as long as you have tier 31 uniques enabled, because it's going to be a tier 1 unique. So yes, you have to pick those up manually. Make sure to do that. After gear pickup filters, for runes we're going to have skill runes enabled as well as 6 slots. Link runes you want to keep disabled. Chaos runes also enabled. Consumables, everything enabled, everything. Materials, everything enabled. Eventually we come to chaos cards. Chaos keys, rare and unique. Yes, we want to pick them up. Magic, we never want to pick them up. There's absolutely no situation in which magic cards are even remotely helpful. Normal, we also want to keep it disabled. However, super important, you do need to enable normal cards when you are running Land of Authority, because Land of Authority drops traces maps. Okay, a lot of traces maps. In fact, the majority of traces maps you get are going to come from Land of Authority going forward. The second place you want to keep those normal maps enabled is Unos Mines, because the T11 Alive Abyss map is always going to drop as a normal map. So this is the second place you do not want to ever have those disabled. The third place would be traces maps themselves, because traces maps can drop other traces maps extremely rarely, but they can. Now personally, I find that I will sometimes forget to switch this on. If you find yourself in the same boat, just keep these on. It will fill up your chaos card storage a bit more quickly, but if you are forgetting it, then just keep it on. Moving on to charms, we'll keep magic disabled. We want to pick up all tiers of rare charms. Jewels, we want to pick up everything. The next thing would be the exclusion list, things that you don't want to pick up from all of the remaining filters that are still turned on. Nothing to exclude in gears, nothing for runes. Consumables, you want to disable all potions except high SP and high mana. Materials and charms, you don't want to exclude anything. Chaos maps. So for this, first of all, we're going to search with tier 9. There was a time you could not do this. You can now. So you just search with tier 9. Select all the tier 9 cards. Don't give a fuck. Not going to be picking up any tier 9 cards. This is going to exclude all of them, so do this and you're mapping on tier 10. You're only going to pick up tier 10 and tier 11 cards, no tier 9s. So this, super useful. The next thing is we scroll all the way down. We come to the traces maps, and above those are the unique maps. So for unique maps, we're going to exclude everything except Nightmare of Calicoda. We also want to keep T5 Vault, Underground Vault, Grave Robber King's Underground Vault, T4 Malo Front and Chaos. This map gives all kinds of essences, gold. It also creates a Puru portal that will have a very small chance of getting you a trans unique, super useful. After this one, we exclude. We get to Santa's Cabin. This is a unique card for an event. It's still here in this list, so we want to pick this up. We won't exclude this. Strange Amusement Park, same thing, event related. We want to pick these up. Then we want to pick up all the Exodium unique cards, and that's it. That is it for the exclusion filter. So this is it. These are all the settings you need in order to not have to rely on Zodiac Sprinter. Once you're done with the map, all you're going to do is identify all the charms and then just blindly dismantle all the gear, all the remaining charms. I have shared another video on how to set up bag filters, so item dismantling, very straightforward, don't have to think about it. And that's it. This is all you need to do in order to set up a good item pickup filter, and then you can go and map comfortably without having to clean up your bag in the middle of a map. So that's it. Have a good one.